Second week of training. I didn't film last week. We were kind of just figuring things out, but this week's workouts are exactly the same. So the workout plan we're following says a 5-minute jog to warm up, and then we do 6 to 8 sprints, 200 meters each, and then a 1-minute walk rest in between. We brought chalk this time because we were trying to track it on our watches, the distance, and it was a pain in the butt. So we're gonna draw some chalk lines so that way we just know where to sprint from, and then we'll just go back and forth.
Here, you do a half, I'll do a half.
Okay. Second line going in. Ended up doing 7 sprints. We're exhausted. Gonna walk our 30 seconds and then jog it back and we're done for the day. I want to show you some of the stuff I've been using to fuel for my runs, either before my run or during. Always start with electrolytes. These just ingredient ones I take no matter what. Take these no matter what, rain or shine in the morning, but I've noticed that after my runs, I've been taking some more. So important to stay hydrated. I do have a code with Just Ingredients, so I'll leave that in the description, but the Just Ingredients Blue Hawaiian flavor is my absolute favorite. This one's pretty good too, but the Blue Hawaiian is chef's kiss. Another electrolyte I've really been liking is the Liquid IV sugar-free energy multiplier. The thing I like about this is that it has the electrolytes with caffeine, so kind of a double whammy. It has 100 milligrams, and I like that they come in like the single serve little packets. So those are awesome. Another thing that I like for caffeine, if I want like more something sweet, like a sweet treat in the morning, is the Perk Energy Hot Cocoa. I love their chai. I actually prefer it over this, but I just ran out. But this is really yummy too, and it has, I think, 80 or 90 milligrams of caffeine, so pretty similar to the Liquid IV. And then as far as on my runs, I have a couple things. I've never tried the goo gels yet, but that's what everyone says is the best. So I did get some, and these have 20 milligrams of caffeine. I just got these at Walmart. So I'm excited to try these, and I'm assuming I'll like them. I will probably bring some of these for actual race day. What I've really been liking lately though, and I feel like is honestly a better option, is just a pouch of applesauce. Cleaner ingredients, obviously. It's still got your sugars, it'll still fuel you, but it's more of a whole food. So I prefer that, and they're still pretty small, so I can fit them in my pouch, and they're yummy. So love these. The other thing that I have tried and I don't know how I feel about is like just the Blox Energy Chews. I don't know if I can tell a difference when I take them, to be honest. And it's just a whole bunch of sugar in a little gummy. The texture is great, they taste great, but I don't know if it actually helps. I feel like when it comes to this kind of stuff, you kind of just have to experiment and see what works best for you, but that's what the stuff I've really been liking lately. Just did run number 2 for the week. We did an easy 2 miles, and I think our problem before this starting training was that we would take breaks like every mile, and so we're trying to get out of that habit because we felt fine. Like our lungs were fine, our legs are a little bit sore, but lung wise we were feeling good, so we did this.
Yeah, like we're not even out of breath.
So we're like, why are we stopping? We need to stop doing that. We're on a new trail today, 4 miles. We're supposed to do hilly.
We're liking it. There's a nice breeze and it's shaded.
We're in Alaska, but the half marathon training doesn't stop, so we're running 2 miles. I think we're supposed to do 4, but yeah, we're tired, so we're gonna do 2 easy miles
Uphill.
Yeah, it's so pretty. Our race is in like a month now. I was sick for 2 weeks, so we skipped a bunch of training, which wasn't the best, but honestly it hasn't been too bad because last week we ran 7 miles. We've never run that long, and we did 3 miles without stopping, which is huge for us. And I was like dead at the end. I bled through my shorts. I was chafing so bad, but it's a week later. We're running 9 miles today, and we just did
6 miles straight.
Yeah 6 miles straight without stopping, which we're like so impressed with ourselves.
And we weren't even like tired when we stopped.
Like we kept saying, let's stop here, and then we'd get to that point and we'd be like, oh, I still feel good, let's keep going. So we just stopped, took some energy gummies, and we're gonna finish out our 3 miles, and then next week will be 10 miles, and then it starts going down before the race. But it's been really good.
Yeah,
we've been proud of the progress we've made so far, which is fun. My race is in less than a month now, and I kind of wanted to update you on how I've been feeling because it's not what I expected. Some parts of training for this I've loved. I've really loved running with my sister and getting to see her more often than I used to. I've really loved seeing my body improve. Like when we first started, 1 mile was really hard for me. Like we had to take breaks constantly, and now it's like, oh, 4 or 5 miles is no big deal, which I never expected I'd be one to say that. What I didn't expect is how tired I've been and how much of a toll it's taken on my body. My barefoot running shoes definitely help, but my knees and my ankles, just my joints hurt so bad. They're so sore. And the biggest thing is I'm so exhausted, especially after the longer runs. it takes me like a week to recover. Like, I'm talking napping every day, just like a zombie throughout the day, no energy. I think I've come to the conclusion that my body doesn't love running. So as much as I'm glad that I signed up for the half marathon, I don't think I'll do it again, and I don't think I'll ever do a full marathon. A few weeks ago, I was like, oh yeah, maybe I'll do a full one next year because I've been loving this so much. It's like whiplash, how much my feelings change so frequently, but I'm just so exhausted. I was talking to someone that said that it's probably because I'm not eating enough, which that very likely could be the case because I'm trying to lose weight right now. The other thing is I do feel like I'm losing muscle mass. I haven't been lifting because my knees hurt so bad from running that if I try doing like squats or anything like that, it hurts. So I told myself I'll just wait until after I'm done running to start my weightlifting again, and I can tell I'm losing muscle mass in my butt. But overall, I am still glad that I signed up and I'm doing it, mostly just to show myself that I can do it and prove that I can follow through on this. It was raining really heavy this morning, but we decided we're still gonna go on our run. So we threw on some rain jackets. We're at 2.5 miles so far. We're gonna do 6 today, and we are sweating so bad. So we've been like shedding layers like crazy.
Yeah.
She's got 4 pairs of pants on. So we're like dying, but it's actually pretty fun running in the rain. This is our last big run together before race day. I'm currently in the process of packing my least favorite thing in the whole world for 2 trips because we're actually leaving tomorrow morning for a little fun getaway weekend trip with the family. My sister-in-law and brother-in-law are going as well. But the problem is my race is this weekend. So Hunter is gonna drop me off at a hotel on his way back, and my sister's gonna meet me at the hotel, which makes it a little bit complicated. So I'm packing for the run and for this little trip. The reason we decided to do a hotel is because it's about an hour away from us, and so we didn't want to drive the night before up there to pick up our packets because it's required to pick it up the night before, and then have to drive back the next morning because the race is at 6 a.m. So we figured it would be fun to just do a hotel, make a whole night of it, whatever. The other thing is the last run that we did, I really hurt my sciatic nerve and it's been killing me. So I decided I'm just not gonna do any more runs until the race, and I'm really hoping that doesn't backfire, but it's just hurting so much that I feel like I'm just making it worse by doing that. And honestly, I'm so excited to be done running. But the plan is I'm gonna get some Icy Hot, maybe like a patch or something, and hope that helps, and then take some ibuprofen as well. I'm gonna do the pants that I've been wearing basically the whole time. They're the only pants I really have that work for running, but I just don't want to chafe, so I'm not even gonna worry about shorts. I'm gonna do these. It's pretty cold anyway, so it won't be too bad. And then just a black tank top with this, one of the 3 tank tops that I run in. And then I decided to bring a little running jacket just in case. I'm probably not going to run with this because I feel like I'll end up just getting hot and wanting to take it off. But if it does rain, I'm packing a rain jacket as well because I don't want to get soaking wet. Bringing the tape. I do need to get some scissors for this. Don't let me forget. They are taping there, but I don't want to wait in a huge line. I feel like there's going to be a huge line, so I'm just going to do that myself, even though I don't do the best job. My little running pouch, they did say that they have like water fuel stations every 2 miles, and they actually have like little fuel gels and stuff like that there, and electrolytes. But I'm going to bring that just in case I want it, and then obviously my AirPods. I do have some more little gummies that I'm going to bring. They're okay. And then the gels, I actually tried one with my sister and it was so nasty. I think if I take any gels, I'm going to have to do it at a water station so I can like rinse my throat out because it kind of like coats your throat. I'm not a fan, to be honest. One thing that I did think would be fun for me and my sister is to have a little caffeine hot cocoa in the morning before our race. She's never had this, so I'm excited for her to try it. And then, of course, I brought my electrolytes. I'm going to just down a huge 40 ounce the night before. Frother and ibuprofen. I do need to get Icy Hot. And I think that's it. Look at this fatty burger. Yeah, we just picked up all our free merch. And we got lots of free things. Every time we grab something, Alyssa's like, I love free. So we're here with the haul. We got a bunch of mixers. Also, we were like 20 minutes before they were closing everything up. And everyone was just throwing a bunch of extras in our bag, so it kind of worked out in our favor. Tons of Mixhers packets, like tons. We got Clean Simple Eats. They said to take one, and Alyssa was like, can I just have one of each? And there was like a bunch lined up, and he's like, this is even my booth, so sure. So we just started chucking them in. But I already drank one tonight. We got coconut flavor, coconut cream, watermelon candy, a peach. Oh, and we got their energy drinks too. Lava, Tropic, candied cran apple. We got these actually really cute. I actually have Noble. These cute little hats, which they feel like really nice running hats. Like it's like athletic material. All of this was free, but we did pay $150 for our tickets, so was it free? Matching cute little hats. I wonder if they're cute on.
Oh, they are really cute.
Come show, because I have my hair up. Yeah, it's really cute. Little cute running hat. We'll have to get a picture with both of us.
Yeah, that's really cute.
What else did we get? A ton of supplements. Also, we got shirts. They're not very cute. Ogden, Utah Women's Epic. That's the race we're doing. It's only women, which is fun. We got some Solar Ray.
I actually kind of love this hat.
Yeah, it's really cute. I love the color too.
This
It's
is like
really
the
cute on my
perfect
skin
color.
tone.
It's so cute.
A PMS, magnesium, libido.
More supplements for different things.
Oh, and then obviously we picked up our bibs. I'm 1341. So cute. Has like a little microchip in it. I don't know what that's for.
We got KT tape. Show them your
Oh yeah, they taped my one leg for free, but they said only one leg, so they gave me some extra tape to tape my own. So I guess that's what I'm gonna do tonight or tomorrow morning. They said I should be fine to sleep in it, so.
Oh, and these sour gut strips.
Oh yeah, what are those? I didn't even look at those. Does it have red dye 40? Vegetable juice. Booyah. Some little sour strips. And then they had some jerky packets, which looked really good.
Oh, and they had like a bunch of gels.
Cheers. Yeah, we got glitter in our hair. Mile 1, 2 miles, mile 3, mile 4, mile 5, mile 6, mile 7, mile 8, mile 9, mile 10, mile 11, mile 12, 13.1. I did it. I can't believe I freaking did it. I've been limping around all morning. I'm so sore, but I wanted to give you a recap of everything that happened. I feel like this is what I was the most curious about, was how it actually went and the day following. So that morning our plan was to eat breakfast at the hotel because they had a complimentary breakfast, but then we realized it doesn't start till like 6:30 a.m. and our race started at 7 a.m. and they wanted us to be there no later than 6 a.m. So we were like, scratch that. We ended up having that protein hot chocolate with the caffeine in it, and it was honestly perfect. Like, highly recommend. And then at the race they were actually serving pancakes, so that's what we ate. It was really nice being there a little bit early because they had a ton of booths, so we just walked around. They did glitter in our hair for one of the things. There was like a piercing tent. There was tons more samples we got. It was really good. And it was really fun with it all being girls too. It was just a fun environment. And then they called everyone over to the track and they had pacers, which was really nice. So there were different pacers. They were all in like yellow vests and they had everyone lining up behind the pacer they wanted. 2 hour and 30 minute, and then there was a 2 hour and 45 minute, and Alyssa and I were trying to decide which one we wanted to stay behind. We ended up going with the 2:30 because we thought that would push us a little bit but still be like a good pace. And we were actually so impressed because we were able to stick with that 2:30 pace the majority of the time. We had aid stations every 2 miles and the aid stations were amazing. I did take a gel at every aid station that I could. One station had a banana, which was really nice. And we did really, really well the first 6 miles. Didn't take any breaks. Like, we'd hurry and stop at the aid station, get a sip of water, and then just kept going. Around like mile 8 is when things started to slow down. And I feel like the only reason that was because it was an insane hill. Like, the hills were just so steep. I'll put a little screenshot of our time and everything that shows the elevation, but it was crazy. So we tried to run as many hills as we could, but a lot of them were so steep that we were just like, there's no way we're running that. We're just gonna walk. Because you know when you're like running up a hill and just feels like you're walking anyways. So our pace ended up slowing at that part. So we did fall behind the 2:30 pacer, but honestly not by that much because our end time was like 2 hours and 48 minutes, which I felt really great about. Our fastest mile was 7 minutes, which is crazy. And I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure it was the mile that was like literally all downhill. We were just cooking, and that's like crazy good for us. All of our training, our fastest mile ever, and that was when we were like really sprinting, and we only did it for 2 miles, was 10 minutes. So I felt really good about how we did. I'm really proud of us. The one thing that was really interesting and kind of funny, because right after we crossed the finish line, they handed us this little bracelet or this little necklace, and we didn't think anything of it. And then the whole time we were like, when did we get our medal? Like, weirded out that we didn't get a medal. And then we realized that this necklace is the medal. And I don't know if that's just because it's like just women, that they wanted to make it more feminine or something, but we were kind of sad we didn't get a regular medal. I don't know if I'll wear this more. I'm like, what would I do with a medal anyways? It just sit in a corner somewhere. So either way, it's not a big deal. But it's a little necklace, and it says Women's Epic on one side. And then the other side has Ogden 2025. So kind of fun. I mean, definitely different than a regular medal, but It was funny because it took us a while to piece together that this was the metal. Oh, and I did end up putting an icy hot patch on my sciatic nerve, and it helped a ton. I also took 2 ibuprofens before the race started, and I feel like that helped as well. My hip honestly didn't bug me that much. And like, it wasn't until about halfway through that my legs started to feel pretty sore, and same with Alyssa. I did want to talk about my barefoot running shoes because I was going to do that on week 1 when I bought them and realized I just never did. So the first week of training, I decided to switch my running shoes because I was running in Hoka's, and then I had one other pair. I can't remember what they're called, but both of them kind of hurt my joints. And my sister-in-law was telling me that she talked to someone who runs a ton of marathons and that she swears by barefoot running shoes. So I bought these from Vivo. I'll link them in the description. And this is what I've done all my training in. This is what I ran in, and I really, really like them. I do feel like it helped with my joints. I am breastfeeding, so I think the prolactin is making it so my joints are a little looser, and that's why I've had more problems. But I feel like they've helped. It was really interesting when I first started wearing them because like the pads in my feet and like the muscles in my calves were so sore because this really engages your muscles differently, which I thought was interesting. Oh, and I almost forgot, I checked on my phone at one of the aid stations and I had a notification from my Ring, and it said, you need to slow down, your heartbeat is at 90% capacity, like you need to chill out, which I thought was crazy that I pushed myself that hard. We went out, we got lunch, and then we headed straight to Idaho to check on our trees that are over there, and then we came all the way back here, and I just passed out on the bed. Like, hadn't even showered the whole day, fell asleep at 6 p.m., woke up at 9 a.m. today. That's how exhausted I was. I'm so proud of myself for doing it. I'm really glad that I saw it through, and I don't regret it at all. And if you're thinking about doing one, I say do it, and just, you don't have to do another one. If you're like me and one and done, that's completely fine. But I do think it was a really fun experience, especially doing it with my sister. It was so fun to see like us motivate each other, and it was fun to have her there alongside the whole run. I don't think I'll ever run another one, but I'm glad that I have the experience. So if you have any questions, let me know. Love you guys. Bye.